Okay, Taurus, you guys are next on this lovely, what is it, Tuesday? It is very gloomy. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is B. If you're accustomed to being here, welcome back. Check below in the description box for anything that you need. This is going to be a little 1-2-1-2 check-in. I already did the first 3 signs last week. Last week was very tiring with the Taurus full moon. I hope you guys are doing all right, Taurus. I don't really even know. I don't even think I checked in with the Tauruses in my own life, but I think my mom and my sister have been pretty okay. I don't think it's been nothing crazy, but I know I've definitely been super tired, so I hope you guys have been resting, okay? Because baby, I was bitch. The reason I only got the 3 last week is because I was so tired. So I'm trying to just make sure I stay on top of it this week. Okay, we're gonna pull 1 card from here. I'm gonna pull like 4 cards from here, and we're just gonna do a quick little check-in on, what messages you might have generally. Okay, so give me 1 card for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You have belonging. Okay, bottom of the deck card we have beauty. So these are some really good cards, Taurus, that you guys have. The belonging card asks you to remind yourself that you are right where you need to be. Okay, a lot of the times we often feel like we're behind. Sometimes you might feel like you're a little too ahead, but more times than not, most people feel like they're behind, right? I know, especially with like older people, I kind of get that a lot. I know that that's just a conversation I've heard a lot with the older people in my life, period. Kind of including my mom, where it's just like, damn, I wish I knew then what I know now, right? I feel like I'm behind because I'm just now learning things, right? I'm just now learning what it means to be a woman, femininity. I'm just now learning business, right? I had a business partner earlier this year, and we was talking about losing friends. You know what I mean? And even she was like, well, shit, at least you are finding out who's fake in your 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 45 and I'm just now realizing that the person I've been kicking it with for 20 years been fake. You know what I mean? And so I feel like, Taurus, this is a big lesson for you guys to learn, to remind yourselves, y'all are exactly where you need to be. You're not behind. You not lost. You are right where you need to be at the time you need to be there, how you were supposed to get there. Right? Even if it don't feel like it, even if you feel a way about that, maybe that's not something that makes you feel good, because it's like, oh, but I didn't want to know now, you know what I mean? I don't want to whatever, fill in the blank here, you know what I mean? But you are exactly where you need to be, making the changes that you need to make right now as you change them. Okay, beauty is down at the bottom of the deck, so this is also a card to remind you that regardless of, you are still beautiful, right? It's just like, it's kind of taking me back to like middle school. I don't know if this resonates with somebody, but I'm kind of seeing like a middle school in my mind's eye. Like, how in the movies the girls used to be like looking at their chest, you know what I mean? And they'd be looking in the mirror, and it's like, I feel like a late bloomer because everybody else in 8th grade already got boobies, and I'm still like in a training bra. You know what I mean? And it's like, but you're not behind. You're right where you need to be. You know what I mean? It wasn't for you to get boobies in the 8th grade, or else you would have got boobies in the 8th grade. You know what I mean? It's for you to get boobies in the 11th grade. So that way, when the girls who already got boobies, it don't matter. But when your boobies come in the 11th grade, everybody gonna be like, hold on, y'all see Taurus? You know what I mean? Like, it's meant for that. Like, but even though you don't have boobies in the 8th grade, right? You're not behind, and you're not developing slower than the other girls, right? You're still just as beautiful. You know what I mean? So even if you might feel behind romantically in love, maybe it's finances, maybe you feel like y'all don't have the material, because Taurus, y'all are ruled by material things, the money, the cars, the clothes, the jewelry, the credit, the taxes. Like, y'all are very, very, very materialistic. So this could also be a thing too, where you might feel materialistically behind. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a credit score of fucking 950. You know what I mean? I don't have all of the money in the bank. I'm behind. Everybody else got marriage and wedding rings and children and I'm still out here just working, being a bachelorette, a bachelor, and it's like that's where you supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like, don't let nobody make you feel like you're behind, and don't convince yourself that you're behind, Taurus, because you're not. Right? You're still beautiful. You still have so many things that make you you. You don't have to be married by 50. You know what I mean? Like, I know that's also a thing with older women too, where it's like, oh, the women in my family said if we're not married by 45, then, you know what I'm saying, you not doing it right. And it's like, child, don't let them folks, because everybody married before 45, but they also got divorced before 45. You know what I'm saying? So don't let nobody else come around and try to make you feel like nothing. You still have so much to offer. You're still so beautiful. It don't mean that you're lacking anything and you're not behind. So let's see. Storm warning is here. First card out. Give me something for Taurus. Woman holding a heart is here as well. Y'all got a lot of fours. 444 is already here. Deceit is here. Angel of balance. And give me one more card. Door to value, yeah. Door to value. That's what I said, because y'all can be real materialistic. Bottom of the deck here is Guardian in the Gate. So also, this is to say, I pick up a big energy of don't gatekeep yourself either. Okay? A lot of the reason why a lot of y'all feel like you're behind or you're not where you belong is because you gatekept yourself, or because you kept yourself in this seclusion that hasn't really benefited you. You know what I mean? For some of you, it's you've gatekept yourself, and for others of you, it's rejection is God's protection, but you feel like you're left behind. Right? Or you feel like you're not where you should belong, you know? Where you've gatekept yourself, I'm kind of picking up that energy. I feel like for some of you, you've deceived yourself. You know what I mean? Like, for example, y'all know I love my examples in romance, right? Woman holding a heart. If this is on some, if I'm not married by 40, then I'm behind. But that could be the mentality that you was raised with, right? And that still don't mean that you're behind, for one. But for two, you also hadn't never put yourself out there. So it's like, you're not really behind, but if you were behind, are you really being aware on how you stubbornly kept yourself behind because you wanted to keep yourself behind this gate instead of going to enjoy the flowers of the garden? If you have a garden of different tulips and roses and lilies and goddamn daffodils and carnations and roses, why are you not going to enjoy them? Why are you not going to smell all of the roses? You just like, I'm gonna just sit here. The flowers ain't gonna come to you. You gotta go to them. And then now you like, well, I just kind of feel so behind, like I don't belong. It's not that you don't belong, but see, you've deceived yourself all of this time feeling like you don't belong when time was just wasting you by. A lot of others, you feel like, a lot of others of you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be because you've been being protected. But I feel like where that applies, there's some balance that needs to be had. Taurus, you could be very, very wrapped up on finances, and like I said, y'all can, you know, y'all can be real materialistic. Y'all can be real money motivated, and I mean, definitely think about the money. You know what I mean? Because unfortunately, that green piece of paper is what make the world go round, right? But it's like you still need to balance on something. Like focusing on money and money alone and the value of the almighty dollar alone. Yeah, you might kind of feel like you don't belong in some spaces because you haven't really balanced that out so you can belong. You know what I mean? Like Like if this was a Fortune 500 company and you in there with a lot of rich people as a rich person, Taurus, yeah, you might belong in that room. You might feel more like you belong, right? But then when it comes to the couple retreat and you over here with the couples retreat and you single and you like, I feel like I don't belong. Yeah, because you spent so much of your life just focusing on money. And it's like you never really gave your heart to somebody. You never really put that out there, even though you know that you wanted to. Or, you know what I'm saying? This could maybe now be something that's coming up where you start to feel like, well, I don't belong in a relationship. And it's like, it's not that you don't belong in a relationship. You just simply need to learn how to balance both. And where that applies again, this could be because you feel like there could be something with it. You know, this beauty card is also to say take the good with the bad. So Taurus, you can't run from what triggers you. If you're in a romantic relationship and that shit get tough and that shit get hard, you got to stick it out. Like you got to stick it out. Like you can't just not stick it out and then you like, I don't belong in a relationship. It's not that you don't belong in a relationship, but how good can you take the good with the bad? Just like a rose. You can't have a rose without the thorns. But if you focus so much on the thorns, you forget about the beauty of the rose. It's balance. It's both. It's the beauty of life. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have sunshine without the rain. Just like if you have a life full of fucking rain and you never know what the sunshine feel like, all your life will be dark and gloom. But if you spend so much time admiring the sunshine that you forget about the rain, the few days where we have rain might really fuck you up. You might be so accustomed to the sunshine, you just don't even know what to do with it rain. You got to have both. And you're exactly where you need to be, where you're supposed to be, because you're learning how to have both. Don't let nobody deceive you and don't deceive your motherfucking self. This sounds very familiar with Virgo. This sounds very familiar with Virgo. Don't deceive yourself. And don't let other people deceive you. You're not lost. You're not behind. You've just been gatekeeping yourself and you've just been prolonging this journey for yourself. Right? If you just not having some revelations and you like, well, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like I said at the beginning of this, Mo, I wish I knew then what I know now. But how have you been deceiving yourself from learning what it is that you know? Is it because you thought you knew every motherfucking thing? Is it because you tried to ignore all of it to just focus on money? I don't want to deceive. I don't want to think about how I'm deceiving myself. I don't want to think about how I'm causing more of a storm and more debris for myself. I don't want to think about how I got to take the good times with bad time. I just want all good times or nothing at all. You're not being realistic with yourself, and this is self-deception. You lying to yourself. If this isn't so much of a I wish I knew what I knew now, this could be a I feel like I don't belong, or I feel like something doesn't belong, right? So I'm focused on this money. I don't belong in a relationship. You will, right? And maybe if you know what I'm saying, and maybe that also might be a future thing, because if you sitting here lying to yourself, telling yourself that now, when you get in your 40s, you might be feeling real different. You might be feeling real different. Where it's like, oh, I don't belong in a relationship. I don't belong in love. It'll be alright. I don't even what love? I don't even need love. Cause what's love when you got money? Okay, you're gonna be singing a different tune when you got all that money. Yeah, it's gonna feel real good to be in the crowd of them with them big wigs with all that money with your rich ass. But then your money can't hold you and keep you warm at night. It can't. It can't. You know? So this is something to make sure that you're focusing on. Door to value isn't even just about money, but towards what are you valuing? Money can't be the only thing you value. Comfort in your own home and good food and luxurious shit and materialistic shit can't be the only thing that you value. That can't be the only thing that makes you beautiful. It's not. Okay? But keeping your heart open, being open, actually having a balance. Money and love can be friends. You just gotta stop lying to yourself like it can't and actually go smell the motherfucking roses. What good is it for you to have all these roses and you just standing behind the gate? Oh, you know, cause you know. But the roses, I know they're beautiful. Go fucking smell them. That's how you gonna know. Go fucking smell them. Go smell the roses. Go enjoy the roses. Touch them. Touch each and every last one of them motherfuckers. Don't be afraid to get a thorn. Don't walk into the garden and then you like, oh, but I'm just not gonna touch nothing because what if I get pricked? Builds character. Y'all's number is 444, okay, or 404. I'm kind of seeing that too. 444 and 404. Thank you again so much. Oh, I was gonna say, what the hell? Thank you again so much, Taurus, for visiting my channel. Thank you for watching. Definitely give me a thumbs up if it resonated. Leave me some comments. Subscribe. Join our family. Check down in the description box below for our Patreon and how to book. Join our family. My booking site is back up. It was down last week. I was trying to figure out what was going on with it, but I got Shopify on the phone. We got the situation situated. Yeah. So I'll see you beautiful people next time.